Well, hello, friends. I hope you're having a great day today. Hey, guess what? It's Friday. God has kept us and blessed us another week. What do you say? Let's go ahead and gather our faith around us and let's go out of here and let's finish this week strong as we get ready to go into the weekend. Hey, welcome to another edition of Take 5. So, we're dealing with the subject that we have entitled Excellence, Promotion, and Entitlement. And I've been telling you all week, and I'll tell you again, I think the title is going to make more sense to us as we get into our discussion this coming Sunday and next week, because we're going to talk more about the promotion and the entitlement part. We've been pulling our text from Proverbs 22:29 that says, when you find a man that excels in his work, he will be set before kings. He will not be before unknown men. I hope you grasp that because that's part of what God wants to do in blessing in our day-to-day life. He wants to bring promotion. And He's promised to do that if we will excel in everything that we do. Now, He wants to cover every area of our life with excellence. So that means we are to strive for excellence personally, relationally, vocationally, right? We've got to take our faith to work with us. Spiritually, morally, every area of our life, He wants us to strive for excellence because we represent Him in every area of our life. I represent Him to my wife. I represent Him to my job. I represent Him to my kids. I represent Him to my friends. I represent Him to the people that, work in town where I shop. I represent Him everywhere that I go. So my life should be one that strives for excellence. I should be seeking to do the best that I can do and be the best that I can be every day because God demands the best, but He also deserves our very best. So we've got two more things I want to name today. We've just been naming things that will put us on the road to excellence. Got two more things we want to talk about today. The first one is this: the reward for excellence ultimately comes from God. Now, see, this is where we've got to decide. I'm not doing what I do to be rewarded by men. To get my name on social media or get my name in the paper or to get recognized by man. I'm doing what I do because I know my reward comes from God. Now, part of my reward that will come from God, according to Proverbs 22, is He'll set me before kings. He'll bring promotion into my life. He'll bring success and prosperity into my life, but I've got to be willing to do what He demands. And the first thing is recognizing my reward ultimately comes from Him. Colossians chapter 3, 23 and 24 says this: whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord and not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you're serving. Did you catch that? He said, do it first and foremost, do it as unto the Lord, not to men, because you know that God is going to reward you. And then Ephesians 6, 7 and 8, he said, serve wholeheartedly. Remember how we talked last week where it starts in your heart. Serve wholeheartedly as if you were serving the Lord, not people, because you know that the Lord will reward each one for whatever good they do, whether slave or free. So we recognize that the reward for excellence ultimately comes from God. So this also helps me to make sure that I'm striving for the right purpose and striving in the right direction, doing it as unto the Lord, because I know that's where my reward comes from. And then the last thing for today, and this may be the most important of everything we've talked about all week, is this: live every day, live every moment with excellence, because we only have a limited time. I would just like to ask the question today: what are you waiting on to give your best? Are you waiting on midlife? When I turn 50, I'll give my best. When I retire, I'll give my best. When I get married, I'll give my best. When I get the job that I want, when I get the promotion, I'll give my best. Friend, all of those things could be hindered because you won't give your best right now. That's the most important thing. We've got to live each and every moment. I put in the title, I put, or on this point, I put live every day. But I think it should be each and every moment that we live with excellence, because we only have a limited time. We don't know when the next moment's going to be our last. Now, I'm not a negative, type of person and saying, oh, you better be careful and this type of stuff. You don't know when you're going to die in a negative sense, but that's a fact. We don't know when we're going to die. We don't know when we will not be able to do what we do anymore. So we should live with excellence every moment, because we only have a limited time. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse number 10 says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. Now listen to this. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, every one of us is going there, right? Do whatever your hand finds to do with all your might, because in the realm of the dead where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. That means we've got to do it now. We're not going to always to be trying to say, one day I'll be excellent. One day I will ascribe to something better. One day I will give it my best. When I get my kids out of school, when I get my kids out of the house, when I get the promotion, when I start making more money, when I have more time. You cannot do that. None of those things are promised to either one of us, friend. We only have promise in this one thing, and that is we're going to live till we die. And we don't know when that's going to be. So let's begin to do our best and live our best and ascribe to excellence every moment of our life, because, hey, we don't know when the next moment could be our very last. We've got a limited time to fulfill the purpose of God for our lives. So what do you say? Let's give it our best. Let's excel in it, my friend, because we don't know how short tomorrow really is. Well, hey, it's been a good week this week being with you. I've so enjoyed taking the time to do these videos. I look forward to being with you this weekend as we worship together on Sunday, and I look forward to next week as we start a brand new series of Take 5 devotions. Until then, God bless you. Have a great weekend. Remember, friend, trust the Lord. He will never fail you.